Hello traders and welcome to PL Capital's Market Review. Today is Tuesday, January 10th. It is 5 p.m. Central Time. We're going to look at the US dollar, the euro, S&P, Nasdaq, oil, and natural gas. So let's get started. Looking at the US dollar index is the 4-hour chart. So my last video, we were over in this range, and I said that this is looking like, definitely going to come break this low, and that this whole thing that I thought was an ending diagonal was actually a leading diagonal, and then they just made this three-wave correction almost to the 50% retracement, and now we've broken through. So what do I see now? So now I see it could be making an ending diagonal here. We need some more price action in this final wave here. But so far we definitely got leading, correction, and down. So that's 1, 2, 3. I see more downside in the US dollar, but so this could be a leading diagonal, and it's just going to get really choppy around here. So, but we got to wait and see. There's definitely more down to come, but it's just what kind of pattern are they going to make? So if this is 1, 2, and 3, then we might be like getting a little 1, 1, 2, 3 here, and that'd be 2, and then we'll come down for 3, 4, and 5 in an ending diagonal pattern. But we can't tell yet if this third wave down here is done yet. But I definitely see more down in the US dollar to come. And then when we look at the euro, it's pretty much just the opposite. So we've got 5 waves up. They almost came to this 104.5 range that I had, but they cut it short, and then they just broke the top yesterday. So I see just probably need a little bit more of a correction kind of down, but it's in a kind of chug on up, some type of pattern here. But so more upside in the euro, and then after that, then we'll be able to tell if this whole thing is just this 5 waves was A, this was all the correction, then one more up for the C, and that's it. So we got to wait and see once this top of 107.6 gets taken out, how high they're going and what the pattern is after that. More upside though. At the S&P here, I'm going to drill down to the 1 hour. So right now, actually, let me do this again. I'm going to start with the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq it's so much easier for me. So if we look at just the 4-hour chart, we had this leading diagonal. Oops. Leading diagonal down. Boom. And now we're making some type of correction. And I don't believe that this is all the correction, up to 11,385. That's just such a short correction for this huge down move, and time-wise too. It's just, that's not enough of a correction. So I think what they're doing, if we drill down to like a 30-minute, I think what they're doing is they're making a leading diagonal. So there's 3 waves up here, and there's 3 waves here, and then I got this 1, 2, 3 waves here. This is clearly 3 waves down. So I think that's 4. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think they're going to eventually come back up here, break this top, maybe not by much, but break it. And then when they do, that'll give us 5 waves. That'll be A, come down for B, and then up for C. And that's what I expect this week. Very, very choppy, very volatile, with CPI coming out on Thursday. So that's going to be curious to see when this pattern finishes at what time frame. Is it before CPI or after? That might give us some indication on what the market's going to which way the market will react after CPI comes out. So I see more up, break this top, and then we just got to see how high that leading diagonal will go. But that's what it looks like to me. When we look at the S&P, this is just a mess for me. You know, you got this whole chop thing going on here. To me, this too is, it looks like they're making like a really, really big leading diagonal, because you know this first move here is clearly three waves, and then this is three waves, and then this thing, it could be three waves here and then three waves here, and then you got like a 1, 2, and 3. So this whole thing could be the leading diagonal, and now they're going to correct here. So maybe you got like A down, B, maybe we'll come down one more. You do have three waves already, so you don't have to come back down here. That'd be a pretty quick correction, but it does satisfy the requirement for three waves. So it's just this little area right here. Almost to me looks like they could have made an expanding flat, which if they did, then to me it looks like the S&P is probably going way up. So like this first three waves I think would be like, I don't know, it's either A or 1, and then this three waves would be B or 2, and now you're starting your third wave, but you know you'd have 1, 2, and now you've got this. This would be like 1, 2, 3, and then maybe 1, 2, 3. You know, so like this could be like a 1, 2, and then 3 is going to be ending up way over here. So the S&P to me is really just a mess. There's several ways to look at it, several ways to count these waves. It doesn't. I can't really see any way that this is the start of like a major bull move up. You know, like coming up to break this top. You know, it's so sideways. You know, and not unless this is 1, 2, oops, and then this is 1, 2. Come on. And then this would be 1, 2, and now maybe we're starting to go, you know, 3, 4. It's not. It'd be a diagonal because this 4 comes into the price range of 1, you know, and then we come up for 5. So not until we break this top can I really get a more clarity on what this whole thing is. It looks like, though, that at least this part right here is a diagonal. So I do see us coming up and breaking this top, and then at that point, then I'll see the reaction. If it comes down after breaking this top, if it comes down in three waves, and then we, you know, it kind of starts stalling there, then I'm going to look at like this is like 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to have like a 1, 2, 3, and then probably go back up in 1, 2, 3, and then that. So that this would be like A, oops, that's B, and then this whole thing here is like an ending diagonal. That's the only thing that I can really see. So, you know, and then just based on what I see in the Nasdaq, like this is going to create like an ABC. So that's why I'm looking at some type of correction pattern. So I think this is A, came down for B, and now this is just going to be like kind of zigzagging up in a diagonal pattern for the C wave. So more up. Can't tell yet though how high yet. So that's what I see there. Let's look at oil. So now oil, I'm going to zoom into the 1 hour. it looks to me like we've got a one and a two and a three, and now it's come down in a little three wave, but now it's kind of getting all choppy here. So this could be all the correction right here, like a WXY or maybe an ABC, but not until this low gets taken out, this 73.84 or this high. This is hard to trade right here because I don't know if they're maybe making, like, this is going to be a leading diagonal. So maybe this is 1, 2, came up here for 3, this is 4, and then they're making some ugly diagonal pattern up, and this will all be 5 for A, come down for B, go back up for C, and then come down. It's too hard to tell. We're right in the middle. It looks more like they completed the correction up here, 76, 74, and now maybe like a leading diagonal going down. So maybe this is like 1, 2, 3 for 1, and then you got like a 1, 2, 3 for 2, and now pretty much all afternoon it's just been kind of drooping a lot here. So, but I'm not going to be able to make any call until one of these two levels gets taken out. So if they break this level, then it definitely looks like they're making an ending diagonal. And let's look at natural gas. But before we do, I really hope that nobody here trades just based on news. I thought this was really funny. Let me pull this up. So here's yesterday. These news alerts that I get in TradingView on natural gas. So yesterday natural gas is up by 5.01%. This was early in the day. And here's a sector update saying energy stocks rally pre-bell Monday, and then natural gas rises off year lows as forecasts see colder weather coming later this month. So now let's take a look at natural gas. So here was yesterday, just chugging up here up to what, 4128. And I just found it comical that, like, we've just been in this huge downdraft, and now they pulled this. Oops, I didn't show the screen here. So yesterday we were in this big updraft, and then finally that's when these news pundits come out and say, oh, well, the reason we're going up is because the forecasts are calling for colder weather. Well, then what happened today? I mean, the forecasts just totally get reversed. So don't trade the news. The old phrase, buy the rumor, sell the news. There's a reason that phrase exists. So the news is just, it's comical at times. But anyway, so I just really hope none of you fall for it's not a trap, it's just these news alerts. They just got to report something. So they, oh, gas is going up. Well, what's the reason? Oh, well, it's forecast now. Well, what happened today? We gave it all back. So what happened? But anyway, so that's just my rant. But anyway, so here's what I see. So, on Sunday when I gave it, we were down here, and I said I thought the 5 waves were in, and that we should at a minimum come up here to like the 4.3 level. Well, they only got to the 4.128 level. So I see this whole move as a leading diagonal. I can count 5 waves. Now natural gas has, so many times it does this. It gets like really close to the bottom, and then it's gonna like blast off up here, and all this will be your A. This is some kind of a very strong looking impulsive correction, and then they'll come up for C. and trying to get everybody, everyone who's selling down here, knock them out with this big up move, then everyone starts buying, boop, gotta knock them out, and then you get all these people down here now wanting to sell because, oh, we're gonna break the low again. Nope, reverse, and then just ends up being an ABC, and then we'll come back down and break. So that's one possibility. Now this down move here today, it's very strong. So there is the possibility that they're going to make a running flat. So this will be the A correction. Then there's going to be like a 1, 2, 3. That'll be the B. Come up for C, and then back down. And we won't get up into this range. So keep an eye on the price action down here. Obviously if it breaks, then I'm looking for a running flat. They'll probably break, have one more sharp move to match this one, and then this will all be just a big 1, 2, 3, and that'll end it. So we might not be getting up here. Just got to see how they, but pretty much tonight and into tomorrow morning, we'll know, if they're breaking this, because if it starts rising up, then we could be having a normal ABC. But as of right now, it looks like I'm leaning towards probably they're making a running flat for this 3-wave pattern. Okay, that's what I've got. Let me know of any questions, comments. Good luck, and talk to you guys later. Bye.